What is happening, everybody? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be about what to expect and what to look for when buying a GMT 800 pickup truck. And this is probably going to go from 2000 to 2007 model. So 2000 to 2007. 7-year span of what to look for, what to watch out for, and what you guys should be looking for when you're going to purchase one of these types of vehicles. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so what I have behind me is a 2005. So this truck right now, with the coronavirus and everything else that's going on with the market of housing and interest rates and everything like that, especially the used car market right now, they are completely going bananas right now with used cars. And these trucks right here are holding their value. Actually, they're more money right now in this market than they were, say, 2 years ago. I think that's an artificial number. What they're trying to do here is inflating the used car market. So if you are in the market for one of these, you might be paying a little bit more than right now than you said 2 years ago. Say something for like this, like an 05 to an 07 or something like that. But this truck, we're gonna go over this truck real quick on what to look for and what to expect if you're going to buy one of these trucks. All right, so I'm gonna make this, there's a couple coolers in the back. I'm gonna make this as quick as I can. It might be a little longer video, but I kind of want to touch on a lot of things that you should be looking out for. We're going to start on the outside of this truck. We'll pop the hood. I'll tell you a bunch of things to look for on these particular trucks, this style. And this motor goes quite a while in this body style, from I think 2000 to 2005. So we'll go over a few things and what to look for here, guys. Okay, with the body, especially in New England, this is more New England based stuff. Down south, guys, you might not have this problem, but up in New England we have a lot of salt, and that's what they put down, calcium stuff. So pay attention to your rockers and cab corners. This is your cab corner right here in your rocker panel. Make sure you're looking down all the way underneath there, and get up underneath your truck and check everything, like the frame, while you're down here. But that is a big telltale sign with the body work, is you know, check everything out. You know, you can see some rust here. You can hit that with a wire wheel and brush, but and then paint some you know, pour 15 or some chassis saver. But this is a huge deal, especially in New England. The cab corners and rocker panels, watch out for that stuff. Where these back bumpers on this body style, they seem to catch a lot of salt and sand up here, and they'll start rotting out right about here. So pay attention to your rear bumpers where it kicks up salt and sand. Your front bumper. There's a video I posted on my channel. I did a replacement and I color matched the front and the top and bottom deflector, but my bumper was rusting right about here, and that rusted from the inside out. So if you can do any type of preventive maintenance before this starts rusting out back, either with like some fluid film or any type of petroleum based undercoating would work. But watch out for your rear and front bumpers. It's just the nature of the beast when you're buying something this old. Aside all the body panels and stuff like that, obviously you're going to want to make sure all your lines are straight and all that stuff like that, and you don't have any surface rust or any bad rust coming through. Again, that's New England based, northern stuff, or just a northern hemisphere of the states, so that's something you have to deal with. Down south you might not have this problem as bad as we do. So but under the hood, there's a few things that you want to pay attention to, especially on these LS truck motors. The 4.8s, the 5.3s, and the 6 liters. This is a 6 liter. This is a huge problem with GM and Chevy. You can see right here the new exhaust bolts. I wish I filmed this. I should have done this for you guys, but those are new OEM manifolds. I did not do long headers or short headers. This truck is a work truck. There would be no point in me putting short headers on something like this, but that's not the point of this video. The point is to pay attention to these bolts right here. There is 6 of them, and I'm going to tell you right now, anything over 100,000 miles, there's guarantee one of these are broke, and if they're not, they've already been replaced. So pay attention, both sides. You got 6 on this side and 6 on the other side. That is there's a huge problem with these. It's because there's no flex pipe. It goes straight from the collector to the exhaust, so there's no flex. So when the motor is under a load or it flexes, it tends to snap these bolts. That's the weakest part of the exhaust system going into the heads. It's very costly to replace. If you could do it yourself, it's very time consuming. It can be done, but you have to have a lot of patience and work slow at it. So that's another thing to pay attention to, is the exhaust manifold bolts. Another thing is up underneath here, you'd have to take the intake off. NOx sensors. That's going to be probably one or number two of one of the codes that'll be on this truck if you have a check engine light code. It's going to be your NOx sensors. They had a problem with a gasket that ran in the front and ran in the back on the intake, which would hold water and dirt and actually corrode the top of the NOx sensor out. Pay attention to that code if that is. It's doable. It's not as hard as, say, the exhaust manifold bolts, but it's definitely something to look out for. Your NOx sensors can be replaced easily, but it's not, you know, it's a job to be done. It's obtainable. I actually have a YouTube video on my channel about NOx sensors. You guys can search that as well, or I'll leave a link in the description of that video. All right, so off the NOx sensors part, obviously that is a code. There's an issue with these trucks after they hit 80,000 to 100,000 miles, right around the 100,000 mile mark. It's a throttle position sensor. This is a brand new intake. The whole thing comes together as a one unit, or you can replace just the sensor. I did this 3 times, the sensor, drilled the rivets out and rebolted one, but I ended up buying an AC Delco intake, and I've been in good shape since I bought that. So that's another code related thing, but pay attention, because this could give you some trouble down the road. Is your fly-by-wire intake throttle body, basically. So that's another thing to pay attention to. The hood is pretty good. Actually, you can see some writing here, a water pump I recently did. You know, that's normal stuff for these trucks. Just, you know, look at all your fluids, check all your stuff, make sure nothing's leaking. I recently did oil cooler lines on that. I did not film that. That would have been a pain in the ass. Excuse my language, it would have been a pain in the butt. But there's, you can see a zip tie because the original bracket broke with the plastic pieces, but I did the oil cooler lines. That's something else to pay attention to up underneath when you get underneath the truck. And if you can get a lift to look at any of these other stuff, that's definitely recommended. Get it up on the lift and look underneath it, check your fluids, check your leaking, check your rear main seal, make sure there's not oil everywhere, all that good stuff. The interior, I'm sure I missed some things, so please, in the comments below, I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff, but those are the main things that I have dealt with at least this model truck. But leave a comment down below if you guys have anything else to add to help anybody in this community about trying to buy it and purchase a truck, just to give them a heads up too if there's anything else that we should be looking for. I'm sure there is. Into the interior, underneath here, underneath the kick plate, there's a blower motor and a resistor motor. If all your speeds aren't working, it's probably more likely a resistor motor, which is like 46 bucks or something like that, and that'll bring back all your speeds. Sometimes you have blender door problems as well. You can fix those too as well. They're up underneath there. Kind of pain in the butt, but it can be done. Don't panic if you don't have all your speeds, or if you have 1 speed, or you have like number 5 and you don't have 1 through 4. It's a pretty easy fix. LED lights. It's just age. The lighting that these trucks came with the backlighting, they're gonna go out. Your radio's gonna go out. Some of the buttons, you can see this is worn right out. I've never changed this radio out. I used to do that back in the day. I don't do it anymore. But all the buttons work here, but my hot and cold temperature lights are totally out. This one worked for a while. This one's been out for a long time, but that one finally went out. So I might have to get new lights or just get a whole new panel. I've heard mixed reviews about the Dorman product off Amazon. Be careful with that. I might end up just going to a junkyard. I actually have a quick video. It doesn't give you step by step, but I have a video on replacing these lights right here, these buttons I should say, because every single one of my lights didn't work, and I was trying to bring the truck back to like original look inside here, because I try to take care of this thing. But pay attention to all your lights. I've replaced this switch. This fog light actually just broke on me, the button itself, so I think I found that. That's a AC Delco part. I found that, or Dorman, I'm not sure. But you can find all this stuff, which is great online, most of the parts to fix on this stuff. So yeah, like the resistor motor, the blower motor, things like that. Your lighting, you might not all work. Other than that, it's not bad in here. You don't have cracked dash. This truck is 15 years old. Granted, I take care of it, but you know, it's in good shape. The leather's in good shape. Let me jump off the seat right here. This is an issue I'm going to be fixing shortly. You can buy the seat cover. I have to do my my heated element. I think on this side broke. My passenger side is fine, but my driver's side needs to be replaced. So I'm going to do it all at one shot. You can get these seat covers for 200 bucks, the same exact vinyl, and it can be done. There's videos on YouTube how to do the seats. It's easy. Unbolt, take it out, put it on a bench, and take your time and focus on what you try to do, but I'm going to replace that eventually. So this is inevitable with an age of a truck like this, especially sliding in and out if you're not using your step. But yeah, other than that, they're not too bad inside for the most part. You might have some noises and stuff like that, the dashboard, but there is also another thing too. It's in the steering shaft. That kind of goes hand in hand from outside to inside. There's a bearing that runs through the firewall. I've replaced it once and it's already back. It's just it's called the steering clunk. It's just one of them Chevy GM things, so pay attention to that. You probably have to replace it. If not, just turn the stereo up. That's what I do sometimes. I don't want to make this video super long, but I kind of wanted to give you a heads up on what some of the things to look for. Like a little bit of a checklist when you're going to go look at one of these trucks. Pay attention to your body lines. Pay attention to all that stuff to make sure it didn't get into an accident. Look at all your fender lines and all that shit. Your rocker panels, your cab corners, rocker panels, your wheel wells. These are covered up. I'm sure they have some problems behind it, but yeah, what are you going to do? It's an 05. But yeah, front and rear bumpers. Pay attention to your exhaust manifold bolts, all that stuff. And I'm telling you right now, these trucks will run forever with that motor that the Chevy put out. It's a, cast iron block. It's just, lifters, pistons, rods. It is just a very simple motor, and one single camshaft. No dual overhead cams, none of that stuff. It's just a simple vehicle. So guys, make sure you leave a comment down below. I'm sure I missed a few things, but I think I hit on the key things to watch for, whether it be codes or stuff underneath the hood. And you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I got some more videos coming up. I got a set of shocks we're going to be putting on this thing. I'll be filming that front and rear. I actually have some parts that I got to put on the Buick. I got to put a new switch for the windows, and I also have a video coming up on a Harley Davidson. We're going to be replacing the headlight. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time. All right, guys, I know I just kind of ended the video, but I just wanted to put this little burp in here. I hope everybody enjoyed that, and make sure you leave a comment down below to help anybody out that's looking to purchase one of these vehicles, and give them a heads up on what to look for if I missed anything. I'm sure I did miss something, but leave a comment down below, and make sure you guys subscribe if you like this type of videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.